Well, hello there, Mr. Tony.
Hey, hey.
Uh, you ready to decipher some crap?
We're gonna.
I'll give everybody a chance to say hi to everybody and all that stuff. Then,
Yeah,
no, go
we
ahead.
got us a full house. We had 20.
I've been, me and Tony's been trying to figure out how to turn this camera angle around, but I don't think it's going to work. So, Lars is going to have to use his and tell me where I need to be pointing stuff.
Well, most of it you can just hold up there, I think.
You think?
Maybe.
I don't know. There's Jason's garage. I didn't realize.
Hey, Jason.
I didn't even. Yeah.
We got Jason. We got Buck, Ron English, Mr. Wilburn, Unfinished Project, Bubba Ayers. Landon's in here, One-Eyed Cat, Don. Thanks for being here, guys.
Dang. Everybody's going to learn something tonight.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. We've even got the man himself, Mr. Cope, in here.
Yeah. Hello there, Mr. Cope.
Thanks for being here, John.
Buck does it's in here.
Yep,
Sneak
Buck's here.
attack. Buck is sneak attacking me.
Yeah, he's got to see what he's up against.
Well, he's already been up against that little blazer, so I don't think he's got nothing to worry about.
Our text will let guy, squad car, retired police car, basically.
All right. Let me. I figured give it 3 or 4 minutes, man. Just let everybody kind of settle in. But I mean, I have found a few things, and hey guys, this is not going to take about 30 minutes because I'm sure Tony's going to pick it out just right off the bat. So we'll see.
We'll figure it out, and then we can hang out if you want.
Yeah, hey, I'm good with that. The main problem is, before we even get into this, where can I get parts? I've been looking online for parts of this little 207, and they just ain't out there.
Any transmission parts supplier should be able to get you parts. John Cope's closer to you than I am. He might be able to help you out. I use a company here called NatPro, where I get my transmission parts from. But they're local to me in Phoenix. Phoenix. There's one in Phoenix and there's one in LA and California, but I think they're only on the west side. But any major transmission parts vendor should be able to get you the parts.
We got one in Nashville called What It Takes.
And their automatic transmission, manual transmission parts
Yeah,
house. They should be able to get you kit for it. Was there a bunch of metal in it when you opened it up?
No, sir.
What do the bearings feel like?
The bearings they're fine.
Because you said that guy supposedly rebuilt it.
Yeah, he didn't.
If you put a kit in it, you should have got bearings and stuff at the same time.
Yeah, he done the same thing he done that transmission. He just patched something.
Half-assed it.
That's the reason I keep telling people, man, learn how to do this stuff on your own.
Yeah,
Don't
do it right.
Anybody.
Do it right, yeah.
Yeah, before we get into this, I had my youngest boy had a freaking Ford something. Had a 5R55E in it, and I took it to Bowling Green to a transmission shop that was supposed to be specialized in that.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got that thing back, it lasted about 2 months and died after I went through it. And he went to the junkyard, spent $150 and bought a transmission jump, and it worked up till he wrecked the truck.
I've seen that before. Unfortunately, there's a lot of shady people in the transmission business, and it makes me sick because there's guys like me and John Cope and and us that actually like our customers and don't screw them. But
Yeah, exactly.
You got the other buttholes that do. it sucks. There are good ones out there. You just gotta
Well, I ain't
learn to do it yourself, like you said.
Yeah, learn how to do it. All right, everybody ready now? And like I said, I'm gonna have to. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna try.
Nah, we'll figure it out. We'll get it.
All right. So I don't know.
What do you want?
Hang on. LP's over here talking to Mohawk.
What do you want? What do you want to look at first?
Let's. First thing you were saying was the planetary, right? So here's the planetary,
Mhm.
right? There's nothing wrong in this thing.
No,
It's perfect.
let me shut this phone up. I don't want it sitting here making noise while we're doing this.
I wish I could turn this phone around. It'd make it a lot easier so I could zoom in.
Yeah, no, that's fine. How the side play? There's no side play in the planet
There's-
gears, nothing,
There's nothing in here. Now,
and there was no metal in the unit.
no. But I'm thinking this thing has been hardened because down in the center, well, I'm still trying to get down in the center, it's all blue and
Mhm.
black. And the same way on the back here. Can you see it?
I can see it.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not burned up. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely hardened.
If you pay attention right on the outside rim, it is a little burnt. And I did figure out what that was. But other than that, the gears, everything's fine.
Okay, but it's not tore up.
No, there's
It's
not.
nice and smooth. The splines are good.
It's
Yeah.
quiet.
It's perfect. Turns
There's not
fine.
not excessive play when you spline the shaft into it.
Well, it wasn't when I took it apart. Let's put it that way.
Well, if it was split or cracked, and it could be slipped. Transmissions will do that too. If it was split or cracked,
Yeah,
and
right.
that would be your grinding noise. But it looks like it's in decent shape.
But
If it had spun in there, you'd know it because them splines would be all rolled over.
right. And then let's go to our shaft here. Right. Everything in here is perfect. No play. The synchronizer looks good. If y'all don't know what the synchronizer is, it's that little
It's the brass.
brass right here. It's not chewed up. Nothing like that.
Not sloppy. No slop in any
no.
of that.
No, nothing. Just, well, let me turn it up this way so you can see. I'm
The
trying to
dogs are all right.
get this. That's the only slop. Right? Not sure if that's right, but no, I mean, just, one side or the other.
Yeah, that
There's no, hang on, there's no play in this part, none whatsoever. All the gears are perfect, right?
and those dogs ain't wore.
No, everything is, as far as I can tell, perfect.
And smooth operating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever's grinding, definitely. If you got grinding noise under power, it's gonna leave its mark.
That's what I was thinking. But now, right here, this gear, right?
That's what drives your speedometer.
Now, let's see if I can get this up there.
Oh yeah, it's apple cord.
Yeah.
That's your speedometer drive gear.
That's kind of what I was thinking. That makes sense what the speedometer is doing.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
Right.
why your speedometer is stupid, but that ain't making a hideous grinding noise.
Right. So then
So you need to get you one of them.
we got, I don't know what this is. I don't remember what this
I
is.
think it's your input gear. Flip it over. Yeah, that's your input gear.
I've checked the needle bearings that's in here.
Right. That's where the shaft comes through and goes into it.
That thing is flat perfect. I don't think you get anything better than that. So
So
I think-
you can slide your output shaft into them that needle bearing, and it feels good.
yeah, I mean, I'm serious.
Okay.
Everything feels good. Then I think this is our shift. You know, where the
That's
shift.
shift collar, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what operates on them dogs and works with the synchro.
Right, and this is perfect. There's nothing in here this weird. Well, I don't think it's going to show. You see that shiny spot right there?
Yeah, that's relatively normal. That's
Yeah, I was
from
figuring.
it functioning. It's not tore up.
Yeah, I was figuring that was normal. Yeah. This is where the pump's supposed to be, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no, that is your pump.
Well, what the heck is
Wait
pump?
a minute. No, that's the output housing.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing in there, right? That's it. This and this. And it just sits in here like so. And he had it glued in.
Right. With what? Just some RTV?
Yeah, that gray RTV.
Yeah.
So I'm not, like I said, I didn't know if that was right or not. I don't have a book. So anyway, there's where we're at on this, but I don't understand how.
Now I know 207s, you're not supposed to flat toe them because they don't have a rear pump. It should have some sort of a pump in it, probably off of the front drive.
All right. Here we go.
And it should have a pickup that leads down to the bottom of the case.
No, that's what we was thinking too, looking for all the videos I've watched.
No,
Um,
you're gonna leak some on the floor. But
Yeah. This is all that's in this.
I can't really see it real good. Okay, there's your roller bearing.
But that's all that's in that front case, right? That's it. There's really nothing else in there. So yeah, I'm kind of confused. The roller bearings and stuff in it is fine. But I have not found a pump in this thing anywhere. And then we go to our
Fork.
let me find it. Where do we put it? You know, this goes in.
Right.
Right. Now, this one, this side of it is perfect. This side of it
Something's been wearing.
is more. It's more.
It's had pressure on it. And see,
Yeah.
that's what I was concerned with, and that's what I mentioned in the phone call was the damn thing could have been half between gears.
Yeah, and after you see what's coming up next,
Yeah.
you might.
Hey, Steven.
Oh, so then we go down to
that's it.
what's that? I don't remember what this is, but that's the shifter for
Mhm.
high and low.
Right.
I think. Now, take a good look at this. You see this?
Looks pretty well beat up.
Yeah. And there's no nylons on this. I don't know where they went.
Is it bent?
No, it's not bent, but dude, I'll try to
Yeah,
get you the
that part needs to be replaced, and I'll bet
Yeah.
you that's the source of your noise.
Right.
But
See,
Look at it here. Hang on.
there's a
you and I both know that when something makes an audible noise, it leaves its mark, and there's its mark.
yeah.
But now we need to learn why.
Right. Because then that one, let me find it. Where did I set it? Here it is. That shift fork is the one that goes into this part,
Right.
which explains why this outer part is discolored,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's metal against metal.
Yeah, it's been hot.
So, but
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this: how does the inside of that groove where that fork rides look? 'Cause for it to tear up that fork like that, it had to do damage to that too.
I don't know.
So you might be chasing down both of them parts.
It feels good. And I think, I don't think this
It's
is
probably it's probably harder metal than the
Yeah,
fork, and
I
it may
think
have been
this
made
is-
that way on purpose
Yeah, I think this is hardened more than that shift fork.
than the fork. So it tore up the fork and didn't tear that up.
But yeah, everything's smooth in this.
And there's thought process that goes into that too, you know. And when they're engineered, they'd rather see it tear up the fork because the fork's
Right.
cheaper.
That was
If something's gonna get tore up, I'll bet you that damn fork needed replaced when that dude was in it, and he couldn't find one or didn't get one. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this out there: if you can't find parts for that, and you may have a hard, the 207 is a pretty unpopular unit.
I know they're really popular in older Jeeps.
They are. They are really popular in older Jeeps, and some of the internals may be interchangeable. However, for the hassle you're gonna go down trying to run down parts, you might be better off finding a 231C. It'll bolt right in, and all you're gonna have to do is make a little bit of shifter modifications externally. When you know the travel is different. So
Okay.
your shifter linkage ain't going to want to hook up to it, but you can cut and weld, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could figure out a way to hook it up, you know, build yourself a different shifter.
Well,
But-
that's what I was thinking on that fork. I'll just weld it up. I got plenty of grinders around here.
You could do that too. You
But-
could repair it. You've got the machine tools to be able to machine it back out the way it's supposed to be and just get it to fit right. You could
Right.
do that. Now, again, I could not come up with a book for that 230 or that. I'm sorry, I've got books for 231s.
Yeah.
But I don't think ATSG even makes a book
Yeah. I just got a
for the stinking 207.
yeah.
Now we need to find out if you got to have the nylons on that fork or not.
And this thing right here, that's what Lars found.
Does it show nylon
Mhm.
shoes on that fork?
It shows. It don't. I mean, I don't have what all these numbers are, but it shows.
Well, all the
nylon.
numbers are the other part of that. It had a parts list with it.
Right.
Right.
But it does show parts going into that shift lever or fork.
Well, then it probably is
Right.
supposed to have shoes on it, and you need to find the shoes for it. That's why it's tore up, because the damn nylon shoes are gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I got no problem welding it up, grinding it down flat and stuff, but finding the parts.
Hey, look at that. We've even got Eric Destroyer 1320 in here. Hey, Eric, how's it going, buddy?
How's it going, man? Sorry, like I told everybody, I'm not going to be comment, man. I'm trying to soak up the knowledge here.
He's just about my neighbor. He's about an hour drive away from me.
And then,
And some friend I am. I've yet to meet up with him, except at No Name.
but that's about it. The chain, everything is. There's no wear at all on
It
it.
wasn't a bunch of excessive play. It
No.
fit good when
It was. I mean,
when you pulled the case apart. It wasn't. and there's no sign because those chains, you see them, they'll stretch, and when they stretch to where they got to be replaced, you'll see where they start to wear on the case.
Yeah, they'll start rubbing.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
see,
And they'll make noise too. They'll make noise like hell.
uh,
But if you don't see any rub marks on the inside of the case, then you're good there.
so I think this is the major issue.
I think you're right.
And then,
You probably ought to try to find a kit for it.
yeah. And like I
And-
said, I can weld this up, man, and set it up in the grinder. I can get it back flat.
Yeah.
That's not an issue.
Yeah, no, you can repair the fork.
But the
But
issue is the
it's got
knowledge.
to have shoes on it. You need to find them shoes, or you're going to come right back to watch this movie again next year.
Right.
And I like to watch Happy Gilmore once a year, whether I need it or not. But I don't know about rebuilding my transfer case.
Wow.
Crap.
He only knew.
But this little 85 Blazer, man, has been just a scorn since I've had this thing, I know, almost 20 years. And there's always something wrong. Always something wrong. And I'm about tired of it. If I can't get this figured out, I think it's ready for marketplace.
AMF.
Let somebody else have the problem.
Yeah, AMF. Adios, mother.
I just hate to get rid of it because it's a nice little truck. I mean, it's perfect.
Right. Well, and I know how much you like the thing, and that's why I made the suggestion. It's such a simple swap to look into doing a if you could find one in a wrecking yard, you'll walk out of the wrecking yard for the time it took you to pull it in $150.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's such a better case. I mean, I know this ain't the trash truck. It ain't got the big blown engine in it and stuff.
Right.
But 231 is just a better case. And, if you got to spend, let's say you got to spend $150, $200 on a kit. If you could find a half-ass decent 231 for that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Get a little content at the wrecking yard, yanking it out. It might be worth a gander.
Yeah, but here's the issue with the 85. The little trash truck is an 84, right? The only thing that's not correct in that little 85 Blazer is the transmission because it's a 90s model,
which is better.
And then
pre-87 700s were junk. So
and then I took the engine out of that 84, which was 84 engine, stuck that in there because it had 92.8 in it. So I was trying really hard to get it back to as close to the way it came from the factory.
Right.
Because then you can say, well, it ain't numbers matching, but everything is in the time period.
Sure.
Right.
No, that makes good sense.
That's what I was trying to do. That's the reason I took the engines in the trash truck out of it. And I thought, well, if we're going to do this, let's just change everything.
Right.
And,
well, that engine that's in that Blazer's rebuilt too.
Yeah. That's true.
Didn't you rebuild it last year? I thought you did. Yeah. So that's rebuilt. You just rebuilt the trans. Now you're rebuilding the T case. Makes good sense. If you can find the parts.
Yeah, I figure I should be good from there for at least 10, 12 years, man.
Tell you the truth, if the bearings ain't bad and everything else looks copacetic and you just got issues with that fork, if you can repair the fork and come up on the shoes for it, that's really all you need. You could theoretically get out of this thing for a few bucks.
Yeah.
A couple quarts of tranny fluid and 10 or 20 bucks for some fork shoes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And I would get the shoes for that other fork too. I didn't really like that wear pattern on the back side of them, but you just need to find a local vendor that can get you the parts that you need for it.
Right, right. And that's where I'm at. Like I said, I mean, I looked all over the internet and you can
Yeah,
find
and
it for everything but that 207. So,
as far as putting it back together, it's those transfer cases are supposed to be put together with an anaerobic sealer. You know what that is, right? That non-hardening, that stuff that's kind of gooey red shit that comes out of the tube.
yeah. Well,
I forget. There's a Permatex number for it. Hell, I got a tube of it out in the shop. I was going to do this from the shop tonight, but it got cold.
yeah.
Damn weather turned on us again, and I didn't want to sit there and be yelling over top of the diesel heater and stuff. And I said, hell,
Yeah, it lit in raining here. I was out there working.
I'll get you the part number for that anaerobic sealer. It's just a Permatex anaerobic sealer. Is what it's a non-hardening sealer. It doesn't turn to rubber like that, like the
But that's-
RTB does. But that's actually how you're supposed to put them together. That's how the factory put them together.
well,
Those T cases.
I did find gaskets for this thing on some website. They had a rebuild kit with the bearings and the gaskets. You know, so you didn't have to use that sealer.
Right.
Right.
1 mile.
You know,
Take that right, go down the street.
that was like $90. I'm like, well, I can go
That's
get
not bad.
yeah, but I can just go get. I mean, all the bearings are good. I can just
Yeah, you don't need it. I don't think you need the bearings. You know how to tell if bearings are good or bad. And if they're good, they're good. Why even bother with the hassle of replacing them?
right.
And as far as the front output gear goes, if that seal wasn't leaking, I wouldn't even fool with taking it out of the case.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
pinching
you
pennies.
just need to fix the problem.
Yeah, I'm just pinching pennies trying to get, you know,
When you come up the big hill.
because this little Blazer runs, I mean, great. Just everything behind the engine is junk or was junk.
Well, I think that transmission's doing good now.
Yeah.
I kept a real close eye on you doing that. I think you did a good job. I'm being perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
I think you did a good job on it.
I mean, it's all common sense stuff, man.
Yeah.
When you start taking stuff apart and you got friction stacked on top of each other, all right, this is not right.
Well, you took that paperwork that I sent to you and you followed it. You found the issues and corrected them.
Yeah, and then I watched a few videos and I tried to get help with John Cope, but I guess he got busy. But
We used to walk.
there was one guy saying, get rid of that wavy plate in the back on the bottom end and stack up 2 steels in there and get rid of that because it's a weak point in the transmission.
Well,
And-
that's a double-edged sword too.
Yeah,
This vehicle is more street, less strip, right?
right. It's just
And
a
you did the right thing to leave the wavy in there.
I'm not sure at all.
Full on race applications, any hot rod trans builder will tell you, yeah, get rid of the waves wherever you can, and and make them solid. But for street use, for longevity, it's not a weak point; it's a soft point.
Yeah, I was figuring it just cushion.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is. No, and for something that was more strip, less street, yeah, I'd get rid of it, and I would put flat steels in it,
Yeah.
or a thicker pressure plate, and to get my clearance where it had to be.
Yeah, but I just
No, you did right by doing that and getting rid of the double stack frictions. That was just stupid.
yeah.
Well, you saw what it done to them. That they
Yeah.
were curled up like they had frickin' RA or something.
That transmission, when we took the 3/4 clutch pack out of it, had 3 friction stacked together.
I was actually really surprised to see the condition of that 3/4. That 3/4 is the Achilles heel of the 700.
Yeah,
I expected to see that burnt up, and it really wasn't.
no, well, that's because last year me and Lars went through it already
Right.
and just went and bought a 3/4 clutch pack and stuff and stuck in there.
Exactly.
But
Now, the one thing you didn't show was when you put that pump back together, You did put a band around the outside of it when you bolted it together to make sure it was lined up, right?
Drop it in the door.
No, why do I need to do that? Man, I have built.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did, but they will go together without it. And what you do is you'll break the cage.
Yeah.
You'll fire it up and it'll break the cage
Yeah.
inside the
No.
the pump rotor.
Trust me, I got what you're saying, but I've done so many of these.
But you done it, so you did it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you got to be really careful if you don't have that band wrapped around it,
Mm-hmm.
and just make sure everything's right before you put that final torque on it.
Yeah.
And I've built so many 350s and 400 turbos. You just
Okay, so you're familiar with the
Yeah,
GM
you just gotta,
pumps
you know.
yeah. If you don't get them right, they break the cage that the pump makes up the pump.
right.
I've seen that movie before. You know what I use? Cost me $5. I probably couldn't get it for $5 now, but you know what I use? I take two 4-inch hose clamps or 6-inch hose clamps, take them apart, and run one into the other.
Yeah,
Gives me a big ass hose clamp, and that's what I use for doing GM trans pumps.
that's what I did when I first started messing with them. I'm not going to
Yes.
go buy that band.
Hell no. Hell no. I've been building trannies for 20 odd years, and I never did buy that damn band.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense.
The tool for doing the spring pack in the rear clutch and that,
Yeah.
you know what I made mine out of? It's a bolt, a carriage bolt, 8 inches long, and the horseshoe for doing the steering lock on the GM steering columns. You know what I'm talking about?
Know exactly what you're
Yep. With 2 fender washers and a wing nut. You run the bolt with the fender washers up the back side of the trans, put the horseshoe down on the inside over the spring, tighten down your wing nut. Gives you all the access you need.
Yeah, I took a piece of thread off, flat piece of steel.
I saw
and
what you
that was
done.
on it.
Yeah. I thought
Thread
that
middle.
was slick. That was slicker than snot.
Hey, that's gonna work.
It's funny actually, is I haven't built a 700 in years. And just the other day I was rummaging through my spare toolbox and I stumbled over that tool and I thought I said, boy, he could have used that.
Sorry, Lars is messing with the garage door.
Oh, that don't surprise me. It's
He's
Lars.
always messing with something, man.
It's Lars we're talking about. I told you he was going to screw with us.
That's right. That damn Sasquatch looking guy. But yeah, I think changing that fork, or fixing that fork.
Who?
That guy. But yeah, fixing that fork and see if I can find the nylon bushings.
Yeah, the shoes. They're called shoes is the correct name for it.
And I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, just get that and then get you some of that Permatex anaerobic to put it back together.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. That anaerobic seed.
Yeah, it comes in a tube and it's red and it comes out sticky. You just smear it on there and
That's a good thing I brought, so JV'd be out of place.
You mean I can't just use the Indian head?
I guess you could. I don't think you put in.
I'm just playing.
I know you are. I'm just playing right back. Stupid questions get stupid answers.
There we go.
I'll drink to that one.
I got some stupid answers. Y'all ready?
Uh-oh.
Lord.
Oh, but yeah.
But I'd be willing to bet that look. I mean, it's hard to tell in the video, but what is there? A couple 100,000 ate out of that fork? Quite a bit.
I bet it's 50,000s.
It's enough to allow that gear to move far enough out of where it's got to be to make some racket.
Right. And then it's war in a funky little situation.
And that's the other thing. You really need to figure out why. It's weird that it wore that way. When you just when you put it back together, have your eyes wide open.
Yeah.
Make sure that, I mean, you have it out and you might look at it and say, no, it ain't bent. But just because it don't look bent doesn't mean it ain't bent. Because say it's supposed to line up like this, but it's like this. It don't necessarily look bent, but it's not lining up right. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So throw a straight edge on it and make sure.
Well, throw a straight edge on it, but also once you repair it and get everything going back into that case like it's supposed to be, make sure that you don't have, a weird set to it.
Right.
That, where it fits in there, where it's pushing on one side and not so much on the other. You might find out that you have to reshape it, that it could be misshapen.
Now I did pay attention to
Shift forks aren't always straight. Straight isn't always straight, if that makes sense.
I did, yeah. But I did pay attention to the way that thing lined up on the shaft with the nylons. All that's perfect.
It's dead square, side to side, all four sides of it. Well, that's good.
So, I think it's just that fork. Right?
I do too.
You
just got to fix it and find shoes for the damn thing.
Right. That's about it, man. This is very helpful. This is great information for me.
I'm glad I could help you. Glad I'm good for something.
Don't let your wife listen to this because she's going to tell you ain't good for nothing.
My dad was a big fan of that stuff.
I got so many freaking projects around here to do. It ain't even funny.
I'll just be glad to get back. I want to get off this Blazer and get to that trash truck so bad.
Right.
I just, I want to do something fun instead of something just going.
Oh, you know what? I forgot all about TransStar. I used to use them a lot. Colleen just made a comment. Check out TransStar. Yeah, look up TransStar for parts. Look in the comments. Colleen Tebow just made a comment. I used to use them actually, and I forgot about them.
Well, I think I'll hit up at whatever it takes transmissions. That's what it's called.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Give them a shout and tell them what you got and what you need, and they should be able to get. Usually, the transmission places can get them parts.
So at least I'm on the.
I know when I was doing them all the time, I bought transfer case parts from the same Nat Pro was the name of them. Not a sponsor. That I got my automatic transmission parts from.
So, but yeah, I think I got it.
Wilburn here John just said Mr. Cope uses TransStar too.
Well, see, that was one of my main things. I looked them up and they on the internet or the Google search, and nobody had anything.
Yeah.
So
and that's the trouble too, because like I was saying, a lot of guys just swap them out. And you know how it is when something loses popularity.
Yeah,
parts become more obscure.
So I would really like to keep this in because it's the original transfer.
Well, as long as you can find the parts for it, I don't see a reason not to.
Yeah.
And if you can't find the parts for it, maybe you can go scour a wrecking yard and gut one in the wrecking yard and get parts out of it.
Now that's true.
Boy, I've done that before.
I'll put Lars on that.
Yeah, if you can find one in a wrecking yard.
Yeah, I'll put Lars on that. That's not my favorite time of the day, man.
I don't know what the wrecking yards in your area is charging for stuff, but I would just me in the fence post. I just go gut one in the wrecking yard and walk up the counter with a handful of little pieces, and he'd probably charge you $5 and send you on your way.
Oh no.
Yeah, all thing we have around here. When I was growing up in Bowling Green, we had actual junkyards.
Uh-huh.
But now it's all pull apart crap.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't have any of that kind of stuff. You know, you used to walk into a junkyard and they have all these little Blazers and S10s and stuff stacked up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Growing up, that used to be my hangout. After school, I'd go to the
Yeah.
junkyard and hang out, and that was my fun. Hanging out. If I wasn't at the junkyard, I was hanging out at my buddy's grandpa's machine shop. You know,
Right.
Cool.
that was just what we did. And those days are not with us anymore.
No,
Unfortunately.
they long gone.
Yeah. You know, we have a pick apart here. Oh, I don't know. It's 25, 30 minutes from the house here, but they got all that new crap.
Well, the main thing is, y'all know we got Mohawk 62's gang back here hanging out.
Heck yeah.
They were so kind to bring me some crayons.
Oh no, we're in trouble now.
All those pretty pictures Tony sent in that manual, I finally can color them in. So y'all want some original LP artwork, let me know. It's high dollar though.
JB, make sure you put a sign on that little box. Don't eat the crayons.
Oh, don't worry. If he can, he'll cook them.
Hey, he gives it to everybody. We got to give it back to him once in a while.
Exactly.
I don't give nobody a hard time.
It's all in fun, ain't it? I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I enjoy the hell out of watching you two clowns.
We just try to have fun.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Oh, yeah. Before we get done here, let me ask you this question, if I can get it up here.
Mhm.
This case has a slot right here.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, there's supposed to be a magnet in
It should
there.
be a little round magnet with a hole
Yeah.
through the middle of it that goes in there.
Yeah, well,
Picks up the trash.
yeah. That's I guess that's where it
The
went.
good news is the one that you should have found in your bottom of your 700 R4 that you tore apart off the trash truck should fit in there.
Yeah, well, it didn't have one in there.
Oh shit.
It didn't have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, them are all pretty universal. They're about 2 inches in diameter with a hole through the center of them.
Yep. I'm thinking of
quarter-inch thicker. So
trip the Lowe's, man. Find the one that
yeah,
fits.
yeah, just find the one that sticks in there. It's just to pick up the trash.
But yeah, I was looking at all that stuff, man, watching these newer models, and I had the pickup tube and all that stuff. And I pull this thing apart, and I'm like, I don't see none of this crap.
Well, that thing should have some sort of a pump in it, but the fact that it ain't burnt to hell, and I know you drove it to Sykeston and back.
Yeah.
If it was supposed to have something in it that wasn't there, it would have torched itself before you ever got out of Tennessee.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
So,
But it almost torched itself on the drag strip. Trust me.
is that when it started growling at you?
Yeah, well, it just. It was all done at that point.
Thanks to Mr. Mohawk.
Yeah.
We're gonna make these beans colorful.
But that's just the way it goes,
So
right?
that's where you broke it. You broke it at Sykeston. You drove it home.
Hey, I made it there and got back. I
You
did what I
were
said.
lucky.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think the lack of
I told you I'd bring you
the shoes on that fork was probably what caused it. It caused it to move when you launched, and that's what started the damage. And then you just wore it the rest of the way up going home.
Yeah, now I did find when we.
And you probably found the metal shavings from it.
Well, I found the shoes. I found some shoes, like you're calling them, down in that case.
So they done come off of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I was like, okay, this thing's supposed to have nylon stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, fix the fork or find a replacement fork and find some shoes for it and put her back together. I think you'll be good to go.
I think so too. Now, what's going on in the chat?
Oh Lord.
Oh God. We're making
Oh, they're talking all kinds of trash on us.
Lars done said he's making crayon brisket over here.
That's probably gonna be something like when you let the birthday cake candles burn down too far. Get all the wax on the cake.
Oh, Lord.
Extra flavor.
That just makes it chewy.
Right? Yeah, he says extra flavor. Wax don't taste like nothing.
How would you know?
Because I've had it on my birthday cakes before.
All right, guys.
Damn trick candles that you can't blow out.
Yeah. Let the nonsense begin, man.
Wow.
Oh,
Hey, look at that. Look at that. Mr. Buck Does It is sitting here hunting parts for you, sir. In the comments, he says Rock Auto has the shoes.
well, now that's funny because Lars looked it up and they didn't have any of that stuff.
You got to remember who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm just seeing a comment that I see Buck just put in here a second ago. So
Huh.
he says he found them. That's good news.
Hey, Lars. Wendy says she wants to braid your hair.
No speak English.
He said, no speaking English.
You remember my beard was a lot longer before.
Yeah.
And I burnt the damn thing, and that's why I cut it shorter to get it straight again. But when it was long, my wife would braid the thing all the time, playing with it.
Oh, don't worry. I see Lars with his phone over here. He's probably checking out Rock Auto.
Yeah. First responder Damien, he says Cobra transmission.
Well, see, first responders got a 4L65E down there. It's built with a 2200 stall in it. But
That's what you need for the trash truck.
yeah, but he all he did was show it to me. He didn't say, well, I want to sell it. He didn't say, well, I want this much for it. He just showed it to me. Man, that's not cool. That's not cool. Yeah, tease somebody.
Don says Lars gonna have cornrows in his beard.
Will it be cream corn?
Oh, God.
He said, will it be cream corn?
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Or be fried corn on the cob?
Well, and that's a great thing about this community. We got all these guys watching, and all guys and gals, and they're out here looking for the parts for you.
Yeah.
There's a cabin in my garage.
Hey, I appreciate this community, man. I mean, I really do.
It is second to nothing, man.
And then all them haters out there, and I know who you are.
They know who they are too.
I can tell you straight up, man. Kiss my ass. Y'all don't get it. You don't get what's going on. This is not actually. I mean, it's a race, but it's more of a get together for the YouTube people, just to get together, have fun, meet each other that you've been watching all year, and hey, let's race a little bit. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I thought about that.
So
Damien just says the torque converter's free. Come get it.
This call from this morning, and I got back.
yeah.
I keep watching the videos and you guys are struggling with the trannies.
All right, let me get this transfer case in.
Just go up there.
And then I got to go to North Carolina and get another $700 foil from the old man in the shop.
and you want the trolls to kiss your ass, so I want them to kiss both sides of my ass.
No, I want them to kiss right dead in the middle. Forget each side.
Dave, sorry to hear that.
Each side just pisses me off. Kiss it where it counts, man.
And we all were like, we really,
Laughing.
isn't the room down?
He had
That's what I said.
Kiss it where it smells funny.
we don't even know what we're supposed to be looking at.
I
Yeah.
know to move it out there. Come on, help.
I'm full of this crap, man. Don't get me started.
Oh, I was in this afternoon. I was in Renegades Live, and we went over. He went longer than he normally does, and the weird hour came.
Yeah.
He started going off on all kinds of crap.
Oh. But yeah, I love getting on these lives and just messing with people. Right? Is it just,
Well, it's fun.
hey, I'm here. What we doing now? Oh. Bear Roads.
Lars is doing the cooking at No Name this year.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I heard something about cold chili, some cold canned chili, and something.
I heard he was making peach cobbler for everybody.
That sounds good.
Sounds real good.
And then ASO's wife is supposed to make banana pudding for everybody,
Nice.
but you had to comment on her channel. Well, I didn't, so I don't guess I'm gonna get my portion.
That's Deborah, right?
Yeah, Deborah's Loving Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was his wife.
And then if you want a good breakfast, you got to hit up Buck. And he gets there for every morning about 5, 6 o'clock, starts cooking breakfast, makes coffee, you know.
And everybody comes and eats it all, and he don't get none.
Well, hang on, first responder. Let's see if we can figure it out.
I got you.
Hang
All
on.
you got to do is send him the link, and he can jump in. Send him the
Yeah.
same link.
Coming your way, man.
He's wanting to jump in there.
Yeah, send him the same link that you sent me. Then he can jump in.
Yeah. See, this is my personal phone, and I use my work phone to text and back and forth to everybody.
Mm.
Because I try to keep this one completely clean. Because you start loading up videos on this thing, and you got a bunch of texts and stuff, dude. It just don't work.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm pretty blessed. I've got a 16 terabyte server that I built that lives here. So I don't keep nothing on my phone very long. Well, you know about that server because I gave you a shareable folder on it. And that's how we did where you sent them videos off into what you perceived as some cloud somewhere. That cloud is right over there.
sitting right over there.
That's why it smelled funny.
Oh,
See that box right there in the corner, that blue one?
Yeah.
That's it.
Heck yeah.
All right.
So I host my own cloud. I trust Google with nothing.
Oh,
You should have got it, Damien. Let me know if not, man.
yeah.
In the meantime, everybody say what's up to Mohawk back there.
hey,
Y'all go check.
Howdy, howdy.
Yeah. If you ain't subbed to Mohawk,
You need to be.
yeah.
I'm gonna come to your house.
Oh
How
no.
many subs do you have now, Mohawk?
Let him get
What
it
was
out.
that?
273.
Watch out.
I mean,
273. Well, that's a good number at least.
Yeah, 273. Oh, there you are.
Well, you're better than halfway
Right.
there, so that's good.
What part of Arizona are you in?
Prescott.
Prescott. Okay. Now we're stationed at Yuma.
Okay. My boy lives down there.
Oh wow. Of course, I'm sure it's changed because that was almost 40 years ago.
Oh, it has. But Yuma's actually still not too bad. You'd think it'd be worse being so close to the border.
Yeah.
And it's got its moments because of that, being so close to the border. But Yuma, I'd prefer Yuma over Tucson.
Huh.
What do you
Anything
say?
come through?
I think first responders scared.
John Wilburn.
Yeah, I heard this little trash truck start. They started for us tonight. Oh my Lord. Buck.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it in person. Boy, it sure sounds good on camera.
Oh, you should be in person. Holy cow. Wow.
I got my push rods for the 428.
There you go.
The only thing the machine shop made the first cut on the manifold, and now we're going to make the second cut to get it where it's got to be.
Oh,
Hopefully, knock on wood, within a week, maybe 2 at the most, we're going to fire that sucker up. been a long time coming.
Wow.
I've been working on that engine over a year now.
That's the same thing I said about this little trash truck. This has been a long time coming. And it's a,
Well, and this thing ain't even mine. It's a customer's
oh,
friend / customer, but I'm ready for it to be done. I need to get it the hell out of my garage so my truck can go in there. My truck needs to go in there or it ain't gonna make it to No Name.
oh.
Yeah, I gotta put on my readers here.
He's on his tablet. Well, Lars, First Responder
Yeah.
sent you the link. I don't see anybody. I mean, there's no guests lined up in the back.
I sent it to your cell phone, man.
Oh, he sent it to your cell phone.
He can actually, if he wants to, he can just type in the code. See, you sent it to me on my cell phone too, but I'm on my computer. All I did was typed in the YPN blah 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 after StreamYard.com,
Yeah,
and that's how you do it.
I
This
was
is,
gonna say the same thing if he
this
just
is
looked
how
at
we
it on
do.
his phone and typed it in.
Yeah, just type it right into the browser,
Hey,
Damien.
yeah.
It'll get you there.
Come on, Damien, get with it.
yeah, dude. What's your issue, man?
Guy can build the baddest ass transmission you'll ever see in a Durango, but he can't get on the damn YouTube on the StreamYard.
Well, you can't say much. I was trying to explain the old StreamYard to
Some guy over
Oh, no.
they just weren't understanding it.
We started the sign language already.
Exactly.
He said, "So you want me to go out in the yard back here and stream something? What's that going to
Big
do?"
block. Hey,
Hey, Steven.
Steven, yeah, Steven's been in here for a while. I seen him earlier.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
not been watching the comments till now.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I got a 43-inch 4K screen here.
Oh, wow.
So I got our chat over here, and then I got the YouTube browser over here. I got it broke up into 4 windows.
Wow.
So we were doing our thing, and I still had the comments in the YouTube browser over here.
So you
That's
did
why
this.
you'd see me looking up every once in a while. I was looking at the comments.
Good one, Don. Yeah. So I
Longer.
think that little finger got longer.
That's what she said.
Oh,
Well, if that's what she said, man, she's tickled now.
Right?
good Lord.
We're still waiting on Damien.
Let her borrow the hammer or whatever, and then whenever Don brought it back,
All right,
he had it back.
we canceled Damien.
Don come walking up behind me.
Who else wants to get in this mess?
Throw the link up. Screw it. Let them in. Throw the
Yeah, I
link
don't know.
up in the chat.
I don't know how to do that.
What are we doing?
Who's got the YouTube? Does Lars have okay? Lars is a mod, or make me a mod. If you make me a mod, I'll do it.
Hang on, he's working on it.
What you doing?
He wants you to throw
He
the
wants you
link
to
up.
make him a mod. Give him a wrench.
What link?
Well, to the live.
StreamYard link.
All right.
Now, see, you pissing him off.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we don't want to piss him off.
It's better
While
be.
you guys fool around with that, I'm gonna go get me another beer.
Oh, good Lord.
Well, you supposed to have all that sitting right there by your desk, man.
Oh, I got my office is set up pretty good. Mine got a fridge in here. Warm beer just sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. I put it on the chat through JB's. Might work. It might not.
There it is.
Yeah.
I see it. It's down here.
Oh, wrong link. Don't click on that, y'all.
Click on it, first responder. Come out.
That's a false link.
Now, that link right there will take you to the porn sites.
Oh, cool. Oh, Lord. Are there midgets?
Yeah, big block. This is the first spring yard we've done. We don't have a lot of mods set up. They're just Lars. And, you know,
There's gotta
we're
be,
just getting our feet wet in this.
gotta be a way to do it.
Oh, it should be there. Lars has got it.
You missed.
I bet Tony took a pee break too.
I sure did. Where the hell's Damien? He still didn't make it.
Well, you know, it's Damien. You just got to know the guy.
Hang on. We got.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I like chatting with him.
We got two.
There he is. He figured it out.
I figured it out. I didn't know you could
Welcome,
type.
Damien. Hey, Mark.
Old man.
What's
in the shop.
happening?
Hey,
First-
Hey, what's happening?
Man, we just hanging out bullshitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got done with what we need to do now. It's time to open up the floor and let everybody have a take at it. Oh yeah,
Shitting or
you
talking shit, one or the other.
see, he's still showing crap off.
I think that's the one he said you could have. You just got to go get it. Oh, hell, we lost him.
Oh no, he just came in here, show his crap off, and jump out of here.
Ah, he didn't do that. Internet probably screwed him.
Where'd he go?
His internet's
Oh,
where he lives in sucks.
Come on in, Don.
well, it never works good.
There he is. Hey, Don, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, man,
Oh, it's over now.
happy Friday.
Yes, sir.
Glad you guys got that transfer case figured out.
Well, we ain't got it figured out yet.
Well, you know,
I think we got a darn good idea what it is, though.
That's messed up.
He's still trying to load, man. Where first responder lives at, his internet's not running.
all right, it just so guess I'm back now.
We'll
Hi,
keep
Wendy.
him in here.
What's the case? What transfer case is that?
It's a 207, Mark.
Oh crap! Now we got,
207C should
now we
be.
got one still behind me doing the same thing.
Now he's got an echo going.
I'm stuck in the middle.
Okay.
Somebody's got to
Oh,
mute their
hello.
crowd.
Whoa.
This is crazy.
That ought to got,
Yeah, somebody's got a browser up.
yeah, that ought to got rid of some of the damn background noise.
Mine won't mute.
Wow.
I think it's Mohawk. It started when he came
Yeah,
in.
I'll go out.
Oh man, that's scratching my glasses.
Oh, you didn't need to leave. All you got to do it. You just got to mute your browser.
You gotta
What's
mute.
going on is you got StreamYard open and YouTube, and they talk over each other. It creates the
Yeah,
feedback.
you got to
Well, JB's might
know how to
be
mute
picking up.
YouTube.
You know, that could be too, Don, because they're in the same room.
I got you, Tony. The mic, right? Maybe.
What's that?
Are you saying it was through the
Am I
mic?
showing
Us
up on the
having-
screen?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that what it was?
you said that's a 207 case, right?
Yeah, it's a 207. It should be a
internet's really slow
207C. The 207J would be a Jeep.
All right.
Watch your ears.
Is
Okay.
that better? Is that
Is that
better?
better?
Yep.
All right.
Since
I'll
you're
go
muted,
out
we
tomorrow.
got the
We've got a bunch of
feedback.
that stuff.
Mohawk's going to have to use sign language back there.
Where's your phone?
Oh God. You can only have 6 in there, I think.
John's the expert at that sign language.
Yeah, JB.
Let's give Mark a chance to talk. I think he's got a line on something for you, JB.
All right.
We're all talking over him.
I got a buddy that's got several of them square body 4-wheel drive S10s. And that's why I wanted to find out what the case number was. And see what we need. If he's got it, I can get it.
It's a 207. I
Should
can
be a 207C is what it should be.
I can get the numbers off of it.
Okay.
But we need
Okay.
where'd it go?
They won't let you.
We need
All right, I'm
this.
missing 2 screens here.
and the nylon shoes are gone. That's what we need. And then we need first responder
Okay.
to cooperate with me on that transmission.
All right. I got
I think first
five-
responders
I
froze
got
up
5
again.
screens on, and the other one just showed up.
Yeah,
Now I
first
see
responder's
6.
got a resting bitch face.
I don't know if that's the internet or
Resting bitch face.
Yeah, they're like first responders. I can hear him, but he's froze up.
Yeah. Heck, y'all, I mean, dude, if y'all ain't never met Mohawk back here, that beard looks big, but it's not that big.
He's just getting ready to be Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Need to get Lars back there and do a side-by-side comparison. Lars got him on length, but
Yeah.
we might not have him on
He's
width.
got the shortest beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just shaved mine off.
Yeah, I got mine trimmed.
There
Right
you
to
go.
No, I've got the shortest one.
Hey, there he is.
He finally made it. Well, he's gone again.
Golly.
Oh, I used to
Poor
have
guy, he
he-
just
he-
wants to
he
come
must
hang
not have
out.
very
The
good
internet
signal.
says no.
I used to have hope for that boy, but I met him last year.
fiber optic.
He needs to readjust his weather balloon.
Yeah.
Somebody probably shot it down.
He's fiber.
Eye balloon.
Oh,
You know, I got thrown in Facebook jail for a month for saying to shoot down them damn balloons.
oh.
I don't.
Tell
I hate
the truth.
Facebook.
That's exactly what they should have done.
Yeah.
We should have done that way before we done it.
Yeah, there's a
Mohawk,
lot of things
Yeah.
we should do that you ain't allowed to say on that platform.
Let us float one over them and see what happens.
Right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mark, I get this transfer case fixed. I'm coming to get one of them $700 phones, man.
All right. Ain't no problem, brother. They sitting right there in the yard.
All of a sudden it goes.
I done stole everything I can out of this trash truck.
You know, something else I wanted to mention to you, JB.
Well, like,
You're worried about getting a torque converter for the Blazer.
Dang.
Why? What's wrong with the one that come out of it?
Well, there's something major wrong somewhere, and I just don't trust that torque converter.
When you say major wrong, what was it doing?
Well, it just there's nothing there. I mean, there's no. It's like
There we are.
when you hit a hill,
Yeah, there we go.
it just loses everything. So I know it's not. Well, the transmission was bad, but something was wrong somewhere beside that transmission.
Okay, so it's almost like it ain't kind of like it's a high stall converter, but it ain't.
Yeah, it just you hit a hill and just you'd be at 60 mile an hour, and by the time you got up like a 30% grade, you'd be down to 20 mile an hour and on the floor.
And the engine just running away.
Yeah,
All right, yeah, there's something's slipping.
yeah. So I just don't feel comfortable putting that one back
I
in.
got you. Yeah, I was gonna say because if it was working right, it wasn't full of trash. There ain't much reason to replace it. But if it ain't working right,
Yeah, and I'm sure it's a
what's the
rebuilt one.
difference
He,
between them?
cheap as he could, and stuck it in there. I mean, he gave it to me.
right?
I think it really messes
What's the
with
difference in the one and the Blazer and the trash truck? Are they any different in them?
No, that's the reason I said I'll
Blazer
just
and
take.
trash truck converters. Or
Yeah, that's a good point. If the fluid's clean and the one out of the trash truck, just use it.
Yeah, and that's what I've been doing through this
Yeah,
whole
then
trip.
put your stall converter in the trash.
Oh, you need to do that anyways. Yeah, so if the fluid's clean out of that converter, use
The
it
trash truck-
instead of buying one.
Yeah, that's exactly why I was telling Lars. I said I really buy another one, but I really don't have the money. But I guarantee you that one out of that trash truck is perfect.
Well, use it and then go get that one from Damien for the trash truck.
No, Damien, he just sell me the whole damn transmission.
That'd be all right too. But he said you could have the converter.
Well, I need something to put in front of it. I mean, behind
You
it.
do, yeah, you do.
You got to work that deal out when you get there.
Yeah. Well,
Uh-oh.
I don't know if that happened. I can't even get him in
Willie's
here.
going-
All right, let's try this again. I think he's back.
Can't get anywhere till you get that daggum transfer case done.
Yeah.
All right, let's
There
try
he
that.
is.
How about that?
There we go.
We can hear you.
I was trying to upload a movie or a video on the YouTube, and
There his name is. That's all I see.
Oh,
There
yeah,
he
what
is.
little bandwidth you had, it was using it up.
Every other night.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I'm sorry.
Glad we're here.
Yeah. Otherwise, they'll be watching this.
So JB, how big is that hub on your torque converter?
Wait a minute. What?
How big is that hub on your torque converter?
It's about like that. I had to go. I had to go really check into it.
All right.
But you.
All right. I was told this was out of a 700 out of a Corvette. So
Oh no! I don't put a servo out of a Corvette in that thing. I don't want to do that.
no, the torque converter.
He's talking about the converter, JB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That would actually be a good converter for you for the trash truck.
Doing the whole shot.
Well, no, I need the whole transmission. You don't just, pull stuff out and show it to people and go, don't you wish you had that?
Oh, that transmission needs rebuilt. That 4L60, it needs rebuilt. The sun shell stripped from rolling back and slamming in gear.
Well, heck,
Well, I know a guy that's got a brand new Beast sun shell in a box sitting out in his shop. He's in this chat. Can you guess who he is?
let me think.
We got the sun
I don't
shell
know.
part covered. I stumbled over that the other day too, and I thought, well, shit, he could have used that, but you didn't need one.
Yeah, it's like this is nuts.
But that Beast sun shell would be a good choice for the trash truck, though.
Oh yeah, I plan on that trash truck transmission is going to be completely different than what I'm doing right now.
But didn't you have a 4L65, Damien?
Yes. Yeah, it's the 4L65 with the removable bell.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
And yeah, that's right. I remember that video when you were jabbing at him. I
Exactly.
only knew a guy.
I got that 60-degree
You got
bell
the
housing
bell
to go
for
with
it
it.
too.
And then he goes around, if you ever get the itching to put a V8 in it, I got a 400 small block sitting right here. And
Yeah.
if you really
All you
do,
got to do is
if you
change
really
the bell
want-
housing.
if you're really into the blowers, hey, hang on, give me a minute. Oh, for y'all guys,
It's all
that don't-
fun, JB.
for y'all guys that don't know, man, me and Damien run into each other last year at the No Name Nationals. Man, we just kind of hit it off. He was hanging around the fire, just hanging out and stuff. And he kind of got a taste of my.
Run, Damien. Run.
But I'm just a big bullshitter.
That I know for sure.
Yeah, it was fun.
You're not wrong though. That's a perfect setup with a reverse manual valve body. That's the perfect setup for that blown 2.8.
I got Don's weapon right here.
I'll be sure and bring that back when I'm done with it.
Yeah. That was funny there.
That freaked me out.
Well, at least I gave Lars a heads up. It's like,
How long that was?
Well, I don't know what was the funnier part, you know. Either that happening or how much JB liked it, you know.
Was it right up my leg?
I figured between friends, you know.
Good times.
Yeah, we're doing good. We still got 15 in the chat.
We don't have nothing else to do on a Friday night.
15 people wanting to listen to nonsense.
Mhm.
There
What else do you want to
30
do on a
at one
Friday
point.
night?
What?
Big old beetle on your back.
That's all right. As long as you don't eat much.
Jeez. Where the heck is? I wish I could turn my camera around.
So is that transmission back into trash or in the Blazer?
Oh well,
No, sir. We got it in the back hatch.
this camera right here.
It's in it.
Forward.
It's
Not under it.
That's a good point.
So yeah, it's in it.
What was you trying to do?
Go to this camera.
Oh.
I would think Lars would be technical that way.
I don't know what's going on. So
Well,
what the hell was that?
Just close it all down.
Maybe.
This is what Lars.
We appreciate all you guys though.
All day.
Right.
And gals.
Kind of fun little live, actually.
Well, y'all don't even know it. Look at these two
Oh,
back here.
what?
Fanny girl on every
Then go back in.
Let's see.
Boy, Mohawk, he'd make the perfect Santa.
They would.
I got a Santa suit. I wonder if he'd run around No Name Nationals wearing a Santa suit.
Mohawk.
What was that?
Mr. Don English wants to know if you'll wear his Santa suit. He's got it. No name national.
I may not have the beard then.
Hang on, he's trying to fix a camera issue.
Oh, but it still won't do it, JB. It went back to the other one.
That's gonna be a skinny Santa Claus.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm getting kind of.
This is the other hat. This is not the Santa hat, but
Humbug.
Yeah, no, it's not you, Wendy.
Just needs a middle finger on it.
Yeah, I got you.
we can do that.
No, I got a Santa Claus hat.
There you go. All right, he's
There
back.
we are. Okay.
You know, Damien, that graphic you got on the hood of that race car would sure look good on a shirt.
That was cool.
If only you knew a guy that could make that happen for you.
Yeah,
I do know a guy.
if you only knew something.
Seems like everybody knows a guy.
I don't know.
I have
any-
it on a shirt.
Oh, do you?
I had it at the No Name Nationals, and it's the same color as Perpetual Projects shirt. Actually, it's the same shirt just with the design on it.
Right, green.
Oh, I got you.
Something. Yeah, he's been having a good time.
I never noticed it, I guess, until I seen it on the hood of that car, man. It just popped at me. And I guess now that I'm getting into more hot and heavy doing the graphics and shit, he's got to get that on a shirt.
Yeah, I got it on a shirt. I don't have it in the shop.
Them shirts from Tony though, or whatever, man. Them were some nice shirts. Seriously. That one I got off.
Yeah, well, to do his, Lars, it would be a completely different process, but it'd be the same quality. You know, his would be a digital print.
Right. Well, I got a couple comments. The racetrack we got down here just on that shirt I got off of you. You know, people are like, I like that.
When did you get? You got the one that says one ball on the back of it, didn't you?
Well, I saw you put that, post up. I was like, he opened his store. Let's go check it out. And I saw that
Right.
shit. And then for what you were charging for them, I mean, double hem sleeves and stuff, man. Come on, it's nice.
Yeah, they're decent shirts. I beat the hell out of them. Hell, I was welding in this one today,
Yeah.
but had to change all the wheels on my damn cherry picker. I've been dragging that some bitch around with a jack handle, forcing. You know how they get and they don't want to roll for years. Getting ready to put that 428 back in that car. So I'm done fooling with this son of a bitch. Crowned all them bastards off and welded 6 new ones on it.
That'll cut the breeze down.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to plug in. Your phone's dying.
Damn it, y'all done wore my phone out.
Well, you better get it some power.
I'm working on it. I'm working
There
on
you go.
I want to see that.
Nice.
Yeah, right
That looks good.
Yeah, like that.
Does look good.
One moment. We gotta plug up.
But yeah, I only got one for now.
Here we go.
What's this one for?
So did anyone see John Wilburn's live?
Yeah, I was watching it.
Yeah, the I was trying to upload a video on the geometry of the engine to answer the question of if you can spin the connecting rod around, or even if the piston would be higher in the bore. That's what I was trying to upload when I was having internet problems.
And there with it being taller in the bore, I think it would be
That's what-
minimal.
That's what that is all about. So,
I just didn't hear it click.
so the problem
How'd you?
with the offset wrist pin is you actually change the degrees in which the intake, the compression, power, and exhaust actually have.
Right.
This is common crap.
Well, it
So-
changes the not only the timing of the piston, but it also changes the dwell of it.
The dwell, yes, depending on which way you go with it.
Right.
But wouldn't that be minimal?
Well, depending on which, it changes it regardless,
I mean,
whether it
there is
lengthens
a
it or
measurable
shortens it. It
there
changes
is a
it.
measurable distance, but it
We
would
don't
be
have
so minute.
I consider
I don't-
Well, it's not so much the distance. The dwell is the amount of time that it stays stationary at top dead center.
Right.
You think of an engine spinning and you think, oh, the piston doesn't stay there at top dead center, but for microseconds it does. In the rotation of the stroke, it comes up and it actually sits there for a millisecond while the connecting rod swings over before it comes back down. And that's what you're trying to illustrate, right, Damien?
Yes, yeah. In other words, yes. So
I know. I
Instead of
understand. I
like- instead
understand
of
what
like
you're
100
getting at.
instead of like 180 degrees per cycle,
Yeah.
it actually it changes it. One, it
Yep.
gives some to one
watch
and
it.
takes away from another.
Yep.
So you actually like,
They like military.
for instance, 10 thousandths is actually it'll actually have like an intake of 192 degrees, and the compression will be 162 degrees.
Right.
Damien guy.
You know, it's not 180 anymore.
He just.
So
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Here's your- It's gonna take me a couple weeks.
Whoa. That was good.
Squirrel.
Are you back, Jay? We've been busy chatting. You're the one got squirrel going on over there.
No, I had to go get one of them. Dang, man.
Cheers, JB.
There you go.
It's just like Friday night out there in the field.
Exactly. And then poor Danny was trying to get some whiskey. And he couldn't even get that delivered.
I missed that comment. You see that comment that Steven made? I need to take that 428 off your hands. You don't need that headache.
What are friends
Yeah.
for?
I will say something real quick. Steven over there at Big Block 402, he gave JB a ride down there to the burnout pit. That made JB's year right there, I think, man.
Oh,
Because
and candy cane, hell yeah.
hell yeah.
well, me and Buck Doesn't was walking, and we were ahead, and then we had our other buddy, Shaster the Shyster is what we call him. Him and JB were walking behind us. So me and Buck are just walking down there to the burnout pit, and then we just look over and hear, "Hey, F y'all!" And then we turn over, it's JB hanging out of candy canes, man. giving me and Buck the finger with the biggest grin on his face. He ain't lived that down. I think he can die peacefully now. Just not, man, when he pulled
Yeah,
up and
we need to do more pit parades.
The first pickup truck I ever owned, and I still own it, is my 78 Dodge, the one I'm building for No Name.
yeah,
Nice.
Second pickup I ever owned
They'll keep going.
was a 64 C30. So I like candy cane.
Because you military.
that rat rod you got going on, I know it's for your buddy or whatever, but I think that
Yeah, that is a cool. That's gonna be it. It was a cool car, and it's gonna be a cooler car.
yeah.
But he can't decide whether the heck he wants to keep it or sell it now.
All I got to say that they
Well,
found the cheapest place.
All you need to say is, why don't you just leave it over here, man?
I know, right? I keep telling him. I mean, that thing. It wouldn't. It doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell ever passing tech. But it'd sure be fun in the burnout pit.
No matter how many miles is on his car.
Sorry, I was looking at the Wendy wants in here.
I keep digging at him. I said, "You need to bring that sumbitch to No Name with us."
And they're all big blocks. Oh, what happened?
I don't think nothing happened, did it?
Lars is doing something.
Marv's doing something.
He's sticking his finger in her face, is what he's doing.
Wendy was up trying to come in or something. I was looking at.
Her camera's been screwing up lately, so she might not make it in. She likes to have as much fun as us fellas do, so.
Oh, no.
I honestly think Wendy hasn't finished for long.
Oh.
Get you some.
Me and Shay last year was.
Ignore these guys.
Me and Shay last year.
JB, you seen that video with that S10 square body, right?
Yeah.
I talked to the guy. He's gonna give me a price on it. I think I want to pick it up.
Hey man,
Have it as like a spare vehicle.
if you can get that thing for around $500-700, that'd be perfect. It'll be a perfect little builder.
Yeah, see, I was representing tonight.
Yeah, it would be.
Just throw stuff in it.
Yeah, I wish I had.
Got a couple of
Do
big
you
block
have,
Chevys laying around. I'd like to stick one in an S10. That'd be fun.
Do what Mark up there keeps telling me. Put a big block in. Put a big block in.
See, I've got a couple of big block Chevys, but I ain't got an S10.
Go find one, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to put that 400 in it.
That'd be fun too.
I think Mark up there had, what was that, 327?
Mm-hmm.
That's a true Siamese cylinder 400 block that you got. That'd be cool.
I was small. I had
Yeah, 2-bolt.
Yeah, but
Oh,
That's all right. You can buy aftermarket main caps and make it a 4.
No, the 2-bolt's stronger.
Are they? I did not know
Yes.
that.
Yes.
oh,
Who would have thought?
On the 400
Yes.
they are.
So
It is
the webbing is thicker.
I will agree with you on the big blocks are cool, but they won't rev like a small block will. They will
Depends on the
apart.
big block. That depends on the big block.
They will if you
Take
take
a-
$10
take-
on.
Depends on
there's
compression.
mountains in Americans. So.
396 Chevy, if you're talking about Chevys or the 402s, they'll rev. You talk about a big block Mopar, a 361, 383, a 400. That's got a shorter stroke in it than a small block Chevy, or a 350 anyways.
Yeah.
Well, no, I had a 440 in a 69 Roadrunner. And dude, it wouldn't hold a tailwind of that little 350 as far as revving.
Well, a 440 is a longer stroke. A 440 is a 3 3/4, 3/750 stroke. A 383 400, the short deck, the B block, is a 380 stroke, and a 350 Chevy is a 580 stroke. It's got a shorter
I
stroke.
thought it was a
than-
480.
You're right. No,
480.
no, yeah, the 350 is a 3,480.
Yeah,
The
the 350
360 Mopar,
the
the
Mopar.
360 Mopar is 3,580.
400,
I misspoke. You're right, Damien. But either way,
Yeah,
it's still
yeah.
100,000 shorter than a 350 Chevy.
Exactly.
383 is 3,380. You take a steel 383 internal balance crank and you put it in a 400, punch it 30 over, you got a 408 that'll rev $7,000 all day long. And let me tell you, they run.
Well, I hope.
Well, hell, just ask just Mopar Joe. He'll tell you all about how well a 400 runs.
Yeah.
He's got the cast crank in his. He was worried about making his numbers. I kept telling him, I said, "You're gonna make it. You're gonna love that thing." And sure as hell. But ask me how I know. I've seen that movie. I've built them engines.
I hope everybody that's in the chat over here is really sucking this information up, okay? Because there's a lot of it floating around right here.
Yeah.
I'm sucking it up because these guys know more shit than I'll ever know.
Yeah.
Then I
Well,
just got to.
I ain't never one to say I know it all, and I'd be willing to bet Damien here's probably forgotten more than I'll ever know.
Nah,
I know my way around the Mopars.
Well, I know everything, but problem is, I just live in my little
I
circle.
don't know, Nick.
So it ain't hard to know everything in my little circle.
Well, see, I'll be 46 years old this year. That means 26 years ago, I gave up the right to know everything.
Hot dang.
I suffer from CRS.
I got a kid in the room. Wait a minute.
Yeah, the minute you turn 20, you're not a teenager anymore. You don't get to know it all.
Oh,
Oh,
squirrel.
yeah, there's a lot of knowledge in this chat. I've seen a lot of videos. Everybody knows something, more than someone else.
Well, and that's what makes this
Oh, yeah.
community.
Yeah.
If I don't know it or you don't know it, that guy probably does.
Mm-hmm.
Or that guy. Yeah, we're always
Yeah.
learning something different.
That's what I've been banking on. Because
Well, not just that, it's all stuff that we all like. It's all the same, we're all of like mind.
Yeah.
I've forgotten so much stuff since I was 18. I'm 59 now. So, 16, 18 to 20 years old, man, I was all over all this crap. And then life hit, got married, kids,
Mm-hmm.
and I just,
Exactly. Yep, I know it.
uh-oh.
Who
Don
would
left.
lose? Oh, we lost Don.
Yeah.
He just dropped right out. Something must have crashed on him.
His cat stepped on the keyboard.
He's still here.
His cat likes to show everybody his ass. I still like that
That's right.
shirt that he was wearing at No Name. The big, all you saw was the cat's ass.
Well, hang on.
Wendy.
That's what happened to Don. She done kicked him off.
No, I didn't. I was having trouble.
We'll get Don back in here in a minute. You can't
Well, if we can, I think 6 is the limit on the free version of
you have
StreamYard.
6 people. But
I
give
think
Wendy
6 is the limit until you pay.
Well, it said it,
Hey,
it was
JB.
allowed to have 12.
What? JB.
What was that?
Get up
It was
early
saying
in
it
the
was
morning.
allowed to have 12 people.
Oh,
What else you need for that trash truck, man?
Oh, I just need
All right.
I need a transmission. I need a carrier bearing, which I'd really like to get rid of that. And just work on the front end. And some tires.
You got a
Never
carrier
mind.
bearing on that?
Why did you
Yeah.
close out?
I didn't.
Isn't-
The internet was
isn't that
all
a short
fucked
bed?
up.
No,
Well, now
it's
I'm in and now
long.
Oh, okay.
lost you.
If you were to do a one-piece drive shaft, would it be under 60 inches?
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
Well, the longer the drive shaft,
And they're like,
the bigger
oh,
the
look,
diameter tube.
I know.
Right.
Wendy kicks
See,
on
that's what
off.
I'm up against with my truck, Damien. The drive shaft's going to have to be 64
Yeah, I'm in it
inches
now.
long, so I'm going to do a 4-inch.
Look at that. Don, you trying to nose in on Wendy's action?
JB's like, Wendy, Don, you trying to nose in on Wendy's action?
How long, Tony, how long of a drive shaft you need?
I want to. Well, it depends on what transmission. If I get to do what I want to do and
So good.
do the 46 with an ultra bell,
I thought I
I
was
need it to
having
be
trouble and then all of a
63
sudden it
inches
came
long.
on.
Barrows.
Hey,
Oh,
So
Howdy, Mr.
there
Beckrow.
was,
We had the spinning wheel of death.
there was a
going.
Chevy out there.
oh,
that
you was
used
spinning?
Everybody was.
Oh, I wasn't.
a long bed.
Well, I mean, everybody
Short
was.
cab.
I was just
The drive shaft
backstage.
was long,
Well, I was
There was
backstage
aluminum
right now, too,
Chevy.
but I didn't
and I want to say
Okay.
it was.
come up here because I was.
I want to say like
You said
92
fuck
era, something
Yeah,
like
'cause
that.
yeah, as
it
I
was
say, to
how
be an
we-
aluminum,
everything
it
was
would have been an
wrong, flat word
OBS.
or whatever.
Oh, you under your
That's
hand.
when Chevy started using them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that if you were to get your hands on one of those, would that be long enough to cut the ends off?
Jump back on, babe.
As long as it's longer than 63.
63.
What?
And aluminum would be the ticket because that would
Okay.
raise
They are
critical
aluminum.
speed.
They are aluminum, and some of the years came with a carbon fiber wrap on the aluminum.
Right. And that would raise critical speed even further.
That's right. Yeah.
I got it all written down out in the shop. I did all the math. I want to say I need something that'll handle, the hell was it? 6,200 RPM or something like that. An aluminum shaft, 4 inches would marginally do. And that's leaving me a little bit of room to grow. So I want to run 456s with about a 29-inch tire. And I'm going to be making roughly 700 horse. It's going to put it in the 7-second at 96, 97-ish mile an hour range. That math works out to what, 5,700, I think it was, on the drive shaft.
So basically 6,200 RPM.
Would give me room to grow because they always get faster. They're always faster next year.
Hello, Belrose. It won't let me
Hey, what's
comment.
going on?
It won't
That's
let
the
me
last thing I
comment.
want to do is have damn drive shaft blow me up.
It won't let me
And
comment.
they
on
will.
It. It's telling me to log
Yeah.
in, but I'm already here, so I don't know what's going on.
See, I want to do the 46 RE with the Ultra Bell because it's a big block. It's my only option, really, because I want the lockup and I want the overdrive because I want it streetable.
Mm-hmm.
And high stall converters cruising around town is just just a fast track to an overheated trans.
Yeah.
Low stall converters is a waste of horsepower.
That's what I
Won't
like
overheat
about
the trans,
lockup
but you ain't
converters.
gonna win no races either.
I like the lockup torque converters. You get a higher
Exactly.
stall and just lock it.
Yep. And that's why I want to go that direction. Now I am going to use a Ford 9-inch, so I could change gears, and it's quick and easy, really, to change gears, drive it to the track and change the gears. But what a pain. It'd just be easier to put an overdrive in it.
Yeah.
456 gear with an overdrive, well, a 46 RE is 0.69 to 1, gives me an effective gear ratio of a 314. That's a perfect highway flyer.
What's
Did you
your
see
rear
the new
tire?
gear set that Cope came out
Yes.
with or had made?
Yes, I want
Oh,
that so
man.
bad, but it's big money.
I just finally put the transmission back into Durango, and it makes me want to tear it back out again.
Right?
Just-
I mean, you look at it, and I say it's big money, but it's a breakthrough because that was like a $2,500 deal before,
Yeah.
and they weren't as strong. I've built transmissions with the old school modified 904 gear sets.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of people are saying, six
Yeah.
pinion planetaries are overkill
Oh,
for this transmission. Well,
They might-
yeah, I understand
Well, for
that.
what you're
But I
doing,
got
it is.
I got a
But
trans brake, and it's a
won't
355 gear, and the truck weighs 4,800 pounds.
yeah. And how much power is your engine making?
I don't know, maybe 300.
So you ain't gonna break that trans. Launch it with a 300 shot of
Maybe.
nitrous, and you might. But yeah,
May-
but you've done that. That's the transmission that. Hey, Damien.
It's pink, so I don't think it has over 300 horse.
I remember the first time I saw the picture of that thing. But that transmission that you built for that Durango, that's the transmission that I need for my big block.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I think
all-
those 6 pinion planetaries, I got them from TransStar, and that was mentioned earlier on in the chat.
Yeah, you can get them for for about 250 or so ish, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Night NSB.
One more run, put the skin all the way back.
Yeah.
Room.
And you put a Cope trans brake in yours, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he had the low band apply, which is, I mean, it's not new technology, but the Tesla valve is what actually sold me on his valve.
Right.
I saw that and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay.
It's not low band apply is not necessarily new tech, but it's
Yeah.
it's vital tech. I mean, it definitely it's an extra layer of protection. You did do a bolt-in sprag too, right?
Yeah, what I did was I put it's a 6-bolt sprag,
Right.
and it's actually JB welded into the case also.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that too. You epoxy them in and then bolt them.
Who's this one?
That's Oscar.
Oh, hey,
Is that Oscar?
Go on in there.
You said Oscar?
I'm back.
Did you ever get your billet drum, or is it still got the stock drum in it?
Yeah, I just put the billet drum in. It's got 6 GPZ.
That's right. I remember. That's right. I remember now. I remember seeing it.
3 legs.
You did. You got it. You got the 6 clutch pack in it.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to him.
Heck, I'd just be with a transmission.
What's that?
Yeah, that transmission's loaded for bear, man. That 360 ain't never gonna break it.
We were out of town, we were out of town. We come
JB keeps it simple. He'd just be happy with the trans.
home.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Just point A to point B.
JB, I'm trying to look for some seats for you for the trash truck.
Some what?
Seats.
Seats.
I may have some racing seats.
Oh,
I'm working at Picture Car, and they do all the movie cars or whatever, but they're stunt vehicles. They need racing seats, and they got a slew of these just sitting around, and I want to see if I can grab a couple more.
heck yeah. That'll be
Yeah. Actually, that's what I'm sitting in. Yeah.
There
Oh,
you
these
go.
are nice ones
There you
too.
go.
Yeah. JB be
Trying
style.
to.
Y'all got to remember, I got to race Dawn, the one-eyed cat down here.
Oh, these seats are. I thought they were actually heavier than what they were, and I went to go pick it up, and I'm like, oh,
Whew.
this is
Are
rough.
they carbon fiber framed?
I know there's. I don't know, but there's a metal frame underneath, which they
Gotcha.
had to make for the seat,
Mhm.
and that's why they can't resell them. Is because you would have to cut the metal frame out that they added to the bottom of the seat to get it
Gotcha.
to work in other vehicles. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to weld it to the existing.
Yeah, what you got?
Yeah. So, but he's got a bunch of these, and I want to see if I can get a couple more, and if I can,
I'll take a
You know.
set.
Yeah, I'd like to have a
I'll
set.
see, I'll see how
too.
many he has.
Taking orders.
Frickin' freight would be murder to get them here, but it'd still be worth it.
I'll pick them up at Sykeston.
Really his hand.
There you go.
Oh, I need them for the damn race truck. Well, Leighton will be
Yeah,
there with his welder. I
Just
guess
tow
we
the
can
trash
put him in.
truck. We'll put 'em in there.
He could drag him to Sykeston. We just put him in at Sykeston. Oh, I'd pay the freight if you could get a set. That'd be cool.
For cheap junkyard ones, I found Geo Trackers. They've got actually really nice seats in them. They've got the wraparounds like that. They got the spot where the harnesses can come through.
Dude,
It's got the
Wonder if it'd pass
removable.
tech in a 7-second
Oh,
race.
yeah, they
truck,
do,
though.
don't they, Barry?
I don't know about that, but
You mentioned that the Durango ones were pretty light, and
very light.
after you mentioned that, I was like, yeah, they are pretty light. But these are just the seats in that truck are just they're clapped out. They're gone. Foam's bad.
John's back on when he's
Seats
gone.
in my truck are actually the original seats out of a 94 Dodge van, and they used to be decent, but the truck's been sitting for 8 years in the Arizona sun, so you can only imagine.
They got burned up.
And those ain't gonna pass tech either.
But
Yeah,
7 seconds, good Lord, that's my 60 foot.
Well, the math says it'll run that. Now, we all know the math isn't always reality. I'd rather plan for what it's capable of than not and end up screwing myself and having it actually do it.
Well,
Yeah, the math says it'll run 7 seconds, but let's just plan on it running an 850 and and then the damn thing runs a 690 and see how quick you get thrown off the track.
yeah, see, that's what I was worried about that trash truck. Because I have no idea what that thing will do, but I guarantee you it's going to be a lot faster than what I think it's going to be.
Well, you're going to make your first pass. You're going to need a roll cage. You're going to need a 5-point harness. You're going to need.
Well, actually, you don't need any of it till after you make your first pass, and the tech
That's what I'm
guy
saying.
sees how
After this
fast
first
it is.
pass,
Honestly, there's been certain things pointed out to me about no-name nationals that they kind of. It's not as strict, should we say? But
well, supposedly they're not going to be as lenient this year.
that's also what I've heard. And I've also been thrown out of drag strips. Years and years ago, I had a 61 ragtop bug with a twin turbo rollerized 2180 in it. That son of a bitch had run 7 seconds in the quarter.
Wow.
And I got kicked out of Pomona with it, not once, twice.
Yeah, because he had.
The second time I got kicked out, I was told not to come back ever.
Yeah, T.O. P's a good
Yeah,
guy.
rolling was cool.
Yeah,
That's not a fun bridge to burn.
Well,
Because the second time I knew better, and he knew I knew better.
that's a little different than fix it and for
Yeah.
next time.
Well, and a 7-second quarter-mile car is no bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We all know that.
yeah.
you're
I
talking
can see
big
the
there.
argument there.
Especially a small
Ragtop?
car. I mean, look what happened to Andrew Nelson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's a lucky man that they
Yes.
built that car.
He went
the way they did.
for a hell of a ride.
If I would have wrecked that Volkswagen I'm talking about, the way he wrecked that Volvo, I wouldn't
have been
be here
dead.
having this live with you all.
113 cycles.
oh,
So I get why they threw me in that car the hell out of that track.
I know. I wish we'd just stayed.
well, if you're doing
I was 19 years
120,
old then too,
when
so
you
I
go
had a
through
little
the
bit
pearly
less give a
gates.
damn,
St. Peter can't check your ID.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. not signing up.
Well, we got a minute. I sent Damien some pixie dust I made up for him to put in his Dakota. And I guarantee you, he still ain't put that in that Dakota.
Wasn't that all the shit you sent him with that case saver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
All them
Yeah.
shavings.
JB, I didn't see that paper till after you mentioned it. I just thought it was. I didn't even see it, but I got it here.
Well, read it off.
Huh?
Read it off.
What is it?
The pixie dust instructions.
Hang on.
What?
Oh, he's got them. All right. You don't know how long it took me to write them instructions, sir.
Yeah. We spent an hour.
Listen,
We spent an hour. Go ahead and read them off, man.
in a deep baritone.
All right. This says, congratulations. You are now the proud owner of JB's Little Shop Magic Pixie Dust. Step 1, open package. Step 2, remove contents. Familiarize yourself with the components. Step 4, relax. Open JB's Magic Pixie Dust. Do not spill any of the dust, you'll need it. Warm engine to operating temp. Remove oil cap. Use provided scoop and pour half scoop into the cranks. Okay.
That's an exact measurement that scoop is.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the scoop and I saw the dust and I'm like, what what is this? And then after I made the video, I saw this when JB mentioned it and I'm like, oh, I get it now. I'm like, what is? Oh man. So, kick back and relax while you wait and hear a boom of added horsepower. Oh my gosh.
Sounds
If
like
this-
he's been reading off of David Hughes's website. You know what I'm talking about, Damien. You've been on Hughes Engines website before.
I have been there.
His disclaimers about what the horsepower does to your tires and the addictions that it causes and stuff. It's funny.
But
You know, it's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah, we took a bunch.
You made me think of a video I forgot to do a while back. It's about power pulses and how the tire actually grips the road. But
Oh yeah,
I might have to do that.
that'd be a really good video, actually.
Yeah. So I might put something together on that. I don't know.
Yeah, I sent the heads that are on my 451. I sent and had David Hughes
Oh, I know.
run them through his CNC.
I know.
Oh.
Hold
That's
on.
the kind
Here's-
of fun that it's so enjoyable here.
All right, y'all. We appreciate each and every single one of you, except for that one. We're going to call her a night, guys.
Great seeing y'all tonight.
It's been fun.
It's good seeing all y'all. Thanks, old man in the shop, for Hank jumping in earlier. Wendy
Yep.
jumping in earlier. If you ain't already, check out Mr. Mohawk 62. He was at the No Name last year. Be back again this year with his 500, and he's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
run
He
that
will.
badass car down the track. So
Yeah.
He's
Hey, it's fun.
We're more than halfway there, so go show him some support.
yes, sir. We appreciate Tony for
Yes, thank you.
helping JB and I out. Appreciate
Heck
all
yeah.
y'all.
No, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
We'll do it again.
Y'all be good. Take care.
Good night.
Good night.
Take care, everyone.
Good seeing y'all.